Dino Baggio is an Italian former professional footballer who played as a defensive midfielder. Throughout his club career, he won the UEFA Cup 3 times, twice with Parma and once with Juventus. He obtained 60 caps at international level for Italy, and was part of the team that reached the final of the 1994 FIFA World Cup. He later also represented Italy at UEFA Euro 1996, and at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. He has no relation to fellow former Italian footballer and teammate Roberto Baggio. Club career Early career, youth career, Torino, and Inter. Baggio began his football career at age 5 in Tombolo, a province of Padova. He was spotted by Torino scouts at the age of 13 and taken into the Torino youth system. He made his debut in Serie A as a 19-year-old against Lazio and became a regular member of the starting lineup, making a name for himself as a promising youngster. He emerged as a tenacious, hard-working, consistent, and versatile defensive midfielder during his time at the club, who was capable of playing in several positions. With Torino, he won the 1989 Euro 90 Serie B title, followed by the 1991 Mitropa Cup. He was loaned to Inter at the age of 20 in 1991 for the 1991 Euro 92 season, making 27 appearances and scoring 1 goal. Rise to prominence, Juventus. At the end of the 1991 Euro 92 season, Juventus bought the promising youngster for 10 billion Italian lira, and during his time at the club, Dino Baggio would play alongside his unrelated namesake Roberto Baggio for 2 seasons, forming a notable friendship. Dino was often called Baggio II, or the other Baggio earlier on in his career, to distinguish the two players, as he was younger, and initially less well known. As Dino Baggio had previously played for city rivals Torino, however, the Juventus fans were not initially pleased by the transfer. His solid and consistent play soon won them over, however, and he quickly became a mainstay in the Juventus midfield, winning the UEFA Cup in 1993, scoring 3 goals over the 2 legs of the final. 1 goal came in the first leg and 2 in the second. He also helped Juventus to a second-place finish in Serie A during the 1993 Euro 94 season. Domestic and international success, Parma. After Baggio's performances in the 1994 FIFA World Cup and with Juventus, Parma attempted to acquire the midfielder. Baggio initially rejected Parma's offer, stating his intention to stay at Juventus. At the time, Juventus were ready to offer Parma a young forward named Alessandro Del Piero instead of Baggio, in order to retain their defensive midfielder. Parma accepted the offer, but before the transfer could be finalized, Dino Baggio changed his mind, and decided he would make the move to Parma. Del Piero stayed with Juventus, and the following season he underwent a breakthrough with the club, later going on to become a club legend. Baggio moved to Parma at the beginning of the 1994 Euro 95 season for 14 billion lira. During his first season with his new club under Novio Scala, he immediately won the UEFA Cup, for the second time in his career, scoring a goal in each leg of the 1995 final against his former team, Juventus, increasing his UEFA Cup final goal tally to 5 goals. He also reached the final of the Coppa Italia that season, losing out to his former club, also narrowly missing on the Serie A title to his former club, once again, finishing the league season in 3rd place. Despite their European success under Malesani, Parma were unable to win the Serie A title during these years, with their best finish occurring during the 1996 Euro 97 season, where they managed a second-place finish, under manager Carlo Ancelotti. In a match during the 1998 Euro 99 UEFA Cup, Baggio was wounded in the head by a knife thrown by a Wizz Cracca Cube W supporter in Cracca Cube W, which resulted in Wizz being suspended from European Cup play for a year. He would go on to win his 3rd UEFA Cup that season, over Olympique Marseille, also winning the Coppa Italia over Fiorentina, followed by the 1999 Supercoppa Italiana over 1998 Euro 99 Serie A champions Milan. Baggio stayed with Parma until the end of the 1999 Euro 2000 season, helping the club to a fourth-place finish, and narrowly missing out on a new UEFA Champions League spot following a playoff defeat to Inter. During his final season with the club, he also gained notoriety for a particular incident in a home match against his former club, Juventus, on 9 January 2000. Baggio committed a foul on Gianluca Zambrotta, and was shown a controversial straight red card by referee Stefano Farina. In protest, Baggio made the money sign towards the referee, and subsequently spat on the ground close to Farina. Baggio was criticized for his behavior, and was handed a 2-match ban, in addition to being fined €20 million, by his club, for the gesture. He was also prevented by Luciano Nizola, the FIGC president at the time, from taking part in Italy's friendly match against Sweden, on 23 February 2000. Later career. In October 2000, Baggio was sold to the newly crowned Serie A champions Lazio for €10 billion Italian lira, along with Nesta Sensini. He was utilised very little during his time at the club in the 2001 Euro 02 and the 2002 Euro 03 seasons, and the club failed to win any silverware. At the beginning of the 2003 Euro 04 season, he was in talks with English club Wolverhampton, who were newly promoted to the FA Premier League, over a possible loan deal. He was eventually loaned to English club Blackburn Rovers for the season. His manager at Blackburn, Graham Souness, employed him in an unfamiliar forward role, however. Baggio made 9 appearances, scoring once in the league in a 2-1 defeat against Leeds United. Soon, Lazio loaned him out to newly promoted Serie A side Ancona. He made 15 appearances and scored 2 goals, but Ancona finished dead last. He remained with Lazio in 2004 Euro 05 season, but did not make a single appearance for the club that season. He retired in 2005 after a short spell with Serie B side Triestina. In February 2008 it was announced that Dino Baggio decided to come back from retirement and join the Terza Categoria side Tombolo a team near his hometown, coached by his very first coach, Sir Crivellaro. International career. At youth international level, Baggio won the 1992 European U21 Championship with the Azzurrini, and in the same year, he took part in the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona with the Italian under-23 side, under manager Ser Maldini. Baggio made his international debut with the senior Italian squad under Arrigo Sacchi, on December 21, 1991, at the age of 20, in a 2-0 victory against Cyprus, in Foggia. He featured in the match along with fellow debutant Demetrio Albertini, who would play alongside Baggio in midfield with Italy for much of the 1990s. On February 24, he scored his first goal for Italy, in Oporto, against Portugal. After representing Italy during their 1994 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, notably scoring the winning goal against Portugal, which allowed Italy to qualify for the tournament, Baggio was named a member of Italy's 1994 World Cup squad under Arrigo Sacchi. In his first World Cup, he combined with his unrelated namesake Roberto Baggio. Together, they helped Italy to reach the 1994 World Cup final, scoring decisive goals, only to lose to Brazil on penalties. Dino scored 2 goals in the tournament. His first was a decisive match-winning header, assisted by Giuseppe Signori, in Italy's first-round victory over Norway, and his second came from a strike from distance against Spain in the quarter-finals, assisted by Roberto Donadoni. Baggio would continue to play in other tournaments for Italy throughout the 1990s, such as Euro 96, in which the Italians were eliminated in the first round. Baggio also played in every game for Italy at the 1998 World Cup under Ser Maldini, which would prove to be his last major tournament with the Azzurri. Italy were eliminated on penalties once again by hosts and eventual champions France, after reaching the quarter-finals of the tournament. Baggio was initially in Dino Zoff's provisional 26-man Italy squad for Euro 2000, before missing the final cut. He made his final appearance for Italy on November 13, 1999, in a 3-1 home defeat to Belgium in an international friendly match. In total, Baggio amassed 60 caps and scored 7 goals for the Italian national team between 1991 and 1999. He is remembered as a notable international player of the 90s by the Italian fans due to his World Cup performances, and as he was able to obtain a first-team midfield spot over many other talented players in their prime, such as Roberto Donadoni, Luigi Di Baggio, Demetrio Albertini, Roberto Di Matteo, Nicola Berti, Albergo Ivani, Attilio Lombardo, Diego Fusa, Francesco Moriero, Sandro Qua, Stefano Fior, Fernando de Napoli, Antonio Conti, Angelo Di Livio, Gianluca Pessuto, Carlo Ancelotti, Giancarlo Marocchi, Giuseppe Giannini, Giuseppe Signori, Roberto Baggio, Roberto Mancini, and Gianfranco Zola, among others. Style of play: Baggio was a well-rounded, hard-working, tenacious, and tactically versatile player, who was capable of playing in various midfield positions, and he was deployed as a central midfielder and as a box-to-box midfielder throughout his career, although his primary position was in a defensive midfield role, where he excelled at breaking down the opposition's attacking plays. Throughout his career, he was deployed in every position on the pitch. An aggressive defensive midfielder, he was gifted with strength, tackling ability, pace, positional sense, and stamina, as well as reliable technique, and good vision and distribution, which also enabled him to aid his team creatively after winning back possession. Baggio was regarded as one of Italy's best and most consistent midfielders during the 90s. Despite functioning primarily as a ball winner who would then supply the ball to more creative midfielders, he was also able to contribute offensively due to his ability to make attacking runs, and to score goals due to his proficiency in the air, with his head, as well as his powerful, accurate shots and volleys from distance. Career statistics. Club international Honours. Club Torino, Serie B, 1989 a Euro 90, Mitropa Cup, 1991 Memorial Pierce Sabaritti, 1990, Juventus, Serie A, runner-up 1993 a Euro 94, UEFA Cup, 1992 a Euro 93, Parma, UEFA Cup, 1994 a Euro 95, 1998 a Euro 99, Coppa Italia, 1998 a Euro 99, Supercoppa Italiana, 1999. International Italy U21, UEFA U21 Championship, 1992 Tournament, Italy, FIFA World Cup, runner-up 1994 FIFA World Cup. References. External links, National stats. At FIGC